Hey everybody! It is Call and Jose. You're watching Talking Ball. It is a Friday. God, thank gosh, it is Friday. Um, Jose, my man, how are you doing? Life treating you well?
Yeah, it's all good. All good. Friday afternoon. Weekend begins for me. Yeah,
You
all
cooking
ready. All ready. All
dinner?
ready. Yeah, yeah. You know I'm cooking. Then I already told you.
Yeah, sounds good. Everybody, put in the chat what you think Jose is having for dinner tonight. The
It's not
prize
just me. I'm
is
cooking. I'm cooking for the family. So
yeah. So everybody, yeah.
whilst the show's going on, I'm cooking because
Look at this guy. He's a Renaissance man. He can cook. He can host. He can host YouTube shows. What can't he do? Anyway, everybody, good to have you here. We are very, very happy to have you here because this is a fun time. And Spurs, it's not exactly a fun time right now with everything that's going on. But we're here to bring it to you and to bring you also some fun and some laughter along the way. So one of the best thing, first of all, everybody, welcome morning on to Talking Ball. But guys, the one little shred of goodness that we have is that Ange,
sorry, Colin. Before
the
we get
three
into the
peat.
show, just to repeat again that we're currently streaming the show on two channels. So if anyone is watching on Eltel Cockerel, can you please hit a like and sub over to Talk and Ball?
But
Yeah,
watch the show wherever you please. We're
yeah.
not
So
saying you have
watch
to
it. Yeah,
watch it at one place,
yeah.
but
You
wherever
can sub
watch
to
it on
both
both.
channels. So yeah, if you're watching on Eltel Cockerel, because Tequila was, so
Yeah.
yeah, go over and subscribe to Talk and Ball because this is where we are at the moment. And
Boom.
if you're watching this on Talk and Ball, then please go over and subscribe to Eltel Cockerel and smash the like buttons on both the shows. That'd be much appreciated. Thank you.
Please. Yes. Thank
Right.
you very much, everyone.
Sorry,
And we've
Colin.
got, no,
I
you're
did.
okay. We've got a lot of comments already that I didn't even, thank you so much. Tequila 316, who is one of your homies, says big up guys, big up Tequila. Good to have you here. Very good to have you here. Who else we got in the house this morning? Looks like we've got Daniel E saying big up right back at you, bub. Prime Ribs was Tequila's guess. So far, that is actually not far off. We will keep that as the closest answer so far. Maybe the only answer so far. What is Jose having for dinner, everybody? Try to guess. All right, Beer Talk says morning. The Beer Talk. Sorry about that. I don't want to offend
And
you.
he's gone over to both channels because I can see him on the other channel as well.
Yeah, what
So it's Tequila.
Beer Talk and Tequila, you guys rule. We appreciate you both for real. Chris Peters, though, saying hello. Sorry I missed this week so far. Very busy, but I'm here today. We appreciate having you here today. It means a lot to us. We appreciate you. You're a good person. And then everyone's saying already subscribed. Daniel E saying, sorry, mate, but after the news about Madison and how our squad looks right now, I'm almost checked out of this season already, unfortunately. Yeah, we haven't even seen one game yet, though. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. Beer Talk, good man. And Madison, Daniel, I get it. I totally get it. And we'll get into that. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about what kind of lineup we might be seeing. There's it's maybe not as bleak as we thought, but I get it though. Jose, I'm sure you also get where he's coming from with
I get where he's coming from, but as I said on yesterday's show, and I'll say again today, I'm not going to be doomed and gloomed about it because, as I said yesterday, and I'll keep complete repeating, is we've got a squad. We knew we'd have that squad until January. We've got to make do with what we've got. Whoever's injured, it's unfortunate we have injuries. It's unfortunate we have suspensions, but that happens to everybody. I mean, look at us. We've got 9 players out. Look at Newcastle. They have 11 players out. So it's happening. It happens in the course of the season to everybody.
Yeah.
I think, and I've said this, and I'll continue to say this, through adversity, and we currently have our backs up against the wall because of everything that's happening to us at the moment. And what my belief is that tomorrow we will put in our best performance of the season. That doesn't mean in terms of goal scoring and whacking a team 5 and 6 nils. I'm just talking about performance for a sustained period of time because at this season so far, to be honest, for myself, we've either been a first half team or we've been a second half team. We've not played the full 90 minutes. So tomorrow, I'm looking and thinking that tomorrow our best performance of the season will be tomorrow. We will play for a longer, prolonged period of time. We'll also, I believe, get a result tomorrow as well. And this is where if people thought that going down to 9 men and playing front foot football, high line, was what Postecoglou was about on Monday, then watch the team tomorrow. The team will play with the same ethos and philosophy that had we had all our players fit. That's the way I play. That's the way that I expect them all to play tomorrow. So
he expected the squad to buy into his ideals, not just the starting 11. You know what I mean? So everybody's been training the same. Everybody's been learning the same methods, the same, you know. So
and as we said, and as we said yesterday to Dan, right? Everyone, it's all about opinions. We've all got opinions, and everyone's opinion is welcome. I can understand where you're coming from, so we can understand where you're coming from. But I'm kind of looking at it kind of different. So
yeah, I'm just choosing to. You know what I mean? Like half of being happy for me personally is just choosing to be. So I'm like, you know what? Nah. See what we got.
When we were trying to think about it yesterday on yesterday's show, when we were trying to think about who's going to be available, who's not going to be available, how many youngsters we're going to call up into the squad, because the squad's going to be 20-man squad. And providing you're only playing with 2 goalkeepers, it leaves 18 outfield players. Now, yesterday, we weren't sure about Ben Davies. But we included Maddison in the 20. But we weren't sure about Ben Davies. Well, now you've got to take out Maddison and replace him with Ben Davies, which still means to me, with Richarlison being out as well.
I still have that image.
Yeah,
it's not perfect.
So if we look at it, you've got Vicario and Forster, that's 2. You've got the 5 defenders that you've got there, plus, what's his name? Ben Davies. So that takes you to 8 players. Then you've got the 5 centrals, takes you to 13. And with the 5 that you've got in the forward line here, it takes you to 18. Add Brian Hill, that's 19. So there's space for another youth team player. Now, whether that's going to be Dorrington or whether it will be Charlie Sayers that comes in, I'm not sure. Because, the coverage we haven't got is for defence for tomorrow. But as I said, one door closes, another one opens. Some people are going to get a chance, which they may not have thought they'd get this early. They'll get a chance to shine.
Yeah, 100%. And we've all, I mean, exactly. We all talk about how we want to see the youth integrated. We talk about how, at least I do, talk about how I want to see the youth integrated, how I want to see some more people promoted from within the club. I mean, this is how, like you said, how they get their opportunities. And so, you've got to either look at it as something terrible or an opportunity for something great to happen. And I'm choosing option B just because I need to for my own mental health.
Yeah, from today's news, Tequila's saying, Mad's out's like the worst thing ever. So, but still got a chance for top 4.
Hell yeah,
good afternoon, or good morning to you, but good afternoon from me to you, Bobby.
Good morning,
to Colin and everyone in the chat. We've got Nita R. Hi, Colin. Jose. Woke up with my toothache this morning on painkillers till Monday, when I hope I can get my ass sorted. I hope that everything goes well for you, Nita R.
That sucks. Tooth pain is the worst, by the way.
With painkillers, it depends what painkillers you're taking. If you've got under the counter stuff like Cocodamol and stuff like that, Sopradol and stuff like that, it's stronger than what you could buy over the counter. If you've got some of that, then it'll probably help you out till Monday. Otherwise, it's going to have to be ibuprofen and paracetamol, which do a job, but they're not as strong as the under the counter stuff that you can get.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully the dentist called something in for you.
You've got Beer Talk. I'm not checked out. Kind of looking forward to see how Ange will deal with adversity. Want to see some youth players.
Oh, that's the attitude, I think. I love that. I love it.
Beer Talk. But I don't only watch games that I think they're going to win. I love watching Spurs ball out, win, lose, or draw. Beer Talk is saying that he thought the room smelled nice because Bobby's here.
Bobby.
There's a lot of in love going on. Daniel, if we had a decent run of fixtures, easy-wise, I would not be worried about players missing. It's just these 6 games are really tough, mate. Right, I hear you, Dan. But like we said before, sorry, Daniel. But like I said in previous shows, that fixture computer at the start of the season spits out all the fixtures for every team. For all 20 teams will know what teams they've got to play in an order of 38 games. And the only time that this fixture list will change is if there's any postponements due to weather, cup games, and whether they change fixtures for the TV companies. Other than that, we knew the order that we're playing. We know who we're going to play, and everyone has to play each other twice. So therefore, you know, it is what for me. It is what it is. It's not nice. It's not good, but it is what it is, and we got to deal with it.
And I still think we're so potent up front that we can handle a lot of things. You know what I mean? Our defense is going to be bad. It's not going to look good, but it's going to be hodgepodge. I mean, I don't know if it's going to look good or not, actually, because we haven't seen it, but it is going to be a hodgepodge of players put together that haven't really played together. Some might not even be really defenders by trade. It'll be interesting. It'll be bumpy, but I don't think it'll necessarily be catastrophic, and we might squeeze out some wins and you know, because Ange ball is a systematic thing. It's not so much about one player, you know. It's a system, and as long as everyone is doing the thing and playing their part and their role, could be better than you think, Dan.
Wayne Bonner, what's the crack with Maddison and a potential injury? So Maddison's got ligament issues in his ankle, and with these ligament issues in his ankle, I think they're resting it. They're obviously not operating on it. They're resting it, but they said the time frame is likely to be January. It'll be the earliest we'll see him, is what they said today at the presser.
Did they? Okay, I saw something earlier that I thought they were he was going to have surgery.
I don't think he's having surgery, but that's what I said earlier. I don't think that he's having surgery, and he'll be back in January. Same as Van der Ven. Van der Ven, the earliest to be back is in 2024, which is January. They haven't put a time frame on it yet. They've just said 2024. So everyone says the earliest we're going to see him is January. We haven't got exact dates. So, and you've got, I'd love to see, Wayne Bonner says, I'd love to see Phillips get a game, let him grow, develop, and adapt to how Ange likes to play. Like I just said a minute ago, some of these youngsters that have been playing for the under-21s are going to get game time. Let's face facts. Ange's football, Ange's system relies on 16 players every match. And when I say 16,
always uses those subs. Yeah.
And when I say 16, I'm talking about if your players don't get sent off. 16 players. So therefore, some of these youngins are going to get a good chance earlier than what they thought they would. Ellie, good afternoon, lads.
Queen Ellie. What's up, lady?
Referring to you, Cole. My team's not got James Maddison.
I know.
January. Oh my God, what a loss.
We'll play the song out of tribute and respect as we end the show today.
Wayne Bonner, Tanita, I find the best for teeth problems is a lovely bottle of Jack Daniels.
Just don't do that with the same time as the painkillers.
If you have a bottle of Jack Daniels, you'll be asleep, I think.
Sleep till you go to the dentist. So Royale, Dyer, Phillips, and Poro will be okay. Yeah. I think that's most likely what we'll see.
Wayne says Hill, Son, and Johnson are the front three that will get the job done this season.
Maybe, I wish we could see that. See them all together like that. Have we even in substitute appearances seen that front three yet? Okay.
No. Ronnie saying Poro, Dyer, Royale, Davis. Daniel Lee says, I bloody hope you're right and I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm right, Dan. I'm just saying that we're all entitled to opinions, but it shows how people all see things differently. There's one situation that we've got, but everyone sees the situation different, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. We can all see it the way we do.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, for sure.
And you've got Eddie saying hi to Wayne and Nita. I'm good. Was on Kate and today and Stell from Tottenham joined us once more.
Probably fun.
You've got Ronnie, Vicario, Poro, Dyer, Royal, Davis, Saar, Basuma, Lolo, Kulu, Son, Johnson.
That was a whole lineup, right? That was everybody.
Davis has been told, Davis is fit to play. Yeah, Ange said that he had been training. So
hell yeah, okay, that changes things a bit. I know you mentioned that earlier, but that didn't fully click in my mind. That's a really good thing. That just makes it so we have at least a defender on the bench now.
Yeah, so that takes us after this comment. It takes us to where you are, Colin. It says I want to see Phillips and Dorrington for a game or two. Centre backs are all about the pairing. It's coming in from
100% beer talk. 100%.
And sorry, you've got Chris Peters. This is brilliant. We've got loads of chat going on. Apparently, Bugatti was injured last week and he played, unfortunately. But that's maybe another mind game by Ange. Ooh, I don't think it's a mind game because it's been pulled out of the England squad as well. So
yeah, I hope, but I doubt it. So I was going to ask you guys, and since we've got so many people here chatting with us too, I had a couple questions for you guys. A couple, but this first one is kind of like hyper. You know, I don't. But like, is our medical team bad? Do they need replacing? But think about this: do the players hide their injuries, or does the club encourage them to play through it, or is it a bit of both? Because, like you were saying, Jose, it's about the long-term goals of things. It's about the long-term. It's the war, not the battle. And so, if we're encouraging players to play through injury, that seems stupid to me. That seems like it is dumb and risky for like a player's entire career. I understand that we're paying them a lot of money, so they kind of can just nudge them and say, hey, if you want to we're paying you, so you probably should try to play. And also these players they're hyper competitive. They love sport. So I don't know what the answer is, but we need to stop. It's gone bad for us. I had another banner here. We've seen it, and this is just players I could think of. But Winks, Sonny, Madison now, Kane, Skippy, Trippier, I think. And then there's got to be more that I don't remember that have come out later and like had surgery at the end of seasons or have, you know what I mean, tried to play through injury and just made it worse. And I don't know. Do other clubs? Jose and I talked a bit about this before, and you mentioned if we're doing it, other clubs are probably doing it, and I'm probably just not paying as much attention to them because I don't care about them as much. But
it's only because we think about Tottenham that I said my comments to you were because obviously you set the show up, and when you was telling me, and I told you my comments backstage before we come on, and my comment was thinking about the comment I made to you off stage. I think it happens at all clubs, but it gets magnified for us because we support Tottenham. So therefore, we're living in that glass bubble where we're saying to ourselves, well, I think your question was to be, is it the players that hide here? Is the player that hide the injury, or does the club encourage them to play through it? Is it a bit of both? And I said to you, do you know what? With all the sports science that goes on nowadays, and that they got devices fitted onto them while they're playing the game, and you're talking about green, red zones and amber zones and all. They know exactly what's going on with the player's body at all times. And my thought is that it's not a bit of both. I think the players are injured, the club knows they're injured, and the club make an assessment on it. And if they believe that the player can get through a few games, then they'll put them through a few games. It may
calculated risk or whatnot.
Yeah, it may be. Let's play a few games because it might correct itself. You know, and you take a chance. Like we said, it's like a toss of a coin. You're taking a chance. But when it comes to if it's not resolved, then it's not getting any better. And then the only thing left to correct it is a procedure. Then you have to take the procedure. So someone like Son played all last season apparently with an injury. Took the procedure in the summer. Now we're being told Richarlison's got an injury and he's played with it for 8 months, but he's taking the procedure now. Now, I don't know. I started thinking to myself, did he get dropped from the Brazil squad, right? Because he wasn't selected in the Brazil squad for this round of fixtures. Or was this planned already where he was going to drop out and not play these fixtures anyway, right? Because he didn't get picked. And then the squad, he didn't get selected in the squad because they knew that this procedure was coming up. He's had the procedure already, so he misses the Wolves game. Then you've got 2 more weeks of international break,
right?
And they said what he's got is probably a 4-week rehabilitation,
right?
So therefore, he's going to be out to the beginning of December or the end of November, beginning of December, and then he's going to be back. So you've got another player to add to the ranks.
And that's awesome, and I'm glad. But I guess what I'm really mad about is Sonny could have been. So Sonny was shit last season, and it wasn't all because of his injury. But I do attribute a little bit of it to the fact that he was playing injured. And so if Richarlison comes back and he's awesome and he's like scoring goals left and right and fit and firing, I'm gonna say, why in the hell didn't he have the surgery months ago when he got injured? If it only is a 4-week rehabilitation, you know what I mean? Like it just seems like I know that they were like, oh, I'll try to. I don't know. It just seems so dumb to me. Like if his form comes back after this surgery, we need to stop putting them off. I think that should be enough for the club to say, okay, we can't put these off anymore. But I don't know. I got a little overly emotional there. Sorry about that, everybody. But get real heated when I talk about Spurs and the medical team. But Beer Talk says that honestly things will be okay. That great start will help pad our points until we can get everyone else fit and get another signing or two in Jan. Yeah, dude, very very good point. Big time actually. And I think in January we'll see. Adrian, I think, said this yesterday, but I think we'll see players come in quick in January. I do as well.
Well, I heard there was an update today, and the update today was that, and sorry, it's been said in the last couple of days, but they said it repeatedly again on another channel, giving an update that David Ornstein has said the players we bought in the summer were bought with the money, and this is what I find unbelievable. Although I'm not an accountant, they said that the players that were bought in the summer were bought in the belief that Kane was going to go, so they spent the money that they had in the pot already. Now, if that's the case, then we must be one of the poorest run clubs in the world, because we bring all this money in, from all different aspects. We bring all this money in, and that money, if it's going to be ploughed into the football side of it, then surely we've got to be relying on other money more than Kane's sale. So are we saying that we only had the money for Kane's sale? So we're only spending 100 million. We're not spending a penny more. So what, do we have to wait to sell Kane in order to spend money? So we had no money in the pot before selling Kane. And it makes no sense to me whatsoever. But I think, like I said yesterday, and I maintain this, with the people that he's now got, they've created, Scott Munn, Langer, whatever his name is, the other Aston Villa lad, and Paratici, I'm sure that they'd be cooking in the background and identifying players, and they can see that our weakness, like we all know, is in defence, whereby that's where we need to get players in, is for defence. It's just an unfortunate circumstance. We've got 9 players out through suspension and injury. It's just unfortunate. And
it's really hard to believe.
Yeah, Newcastle have 11. Newcastle have 11 out for injury from their squad. So, it's just, it's unbelievable. It's happened to us, but it's unbelievable.
Yeah. It does happen, and we all knew it could happen, so here we are. We'll deal with it. There's a contingency plan for everything. We'll get through. And then my boy Eltel Jose over here saying to everybody again, if you're watching on Talking Ball, please jump over real quick to Eltel Cockerell and then subscribe and like there, and then come back here and do the opposite. If you're watching on Eltel Cockerell, please jump back and forth and get the likes and subscribes in on both. If you don't mind, it helps us out a ton, each of us. And then, more of us get to talk together. Run Devil Run saying, don't even compare some with Richie. It's hilarious. I answered you. Hold on 1 second. I skipped one. Nita is saying, nervous for us tomorrow because we don't know how Ange is going to set the team to play, but we trust. So, Nita, the bit of the press conference that I saw, he was saying that, they were saying, are you going to be tempted to play, a different style, a different tactical setup because of all the injuries? And he said, a lot of things tempt me, but the only one that ever gets me is chocolate, or something like that. I don't think he'll change the way we play. So whatever way that will be set up, like, people and positions wise, we're still going to play that Ange football that we all know and love. I don't think for a second that he's going to change that. And Jose, my guy, do you agree that we'll probably see the same old, that the football tomorrow will look very much like it's looked all season?
Yeah, it will do. I mean, what's going to be interesting is who replaces Maddison. And there are schools of thoughts that are saying, you've got 3 schools of thoughts at the moment. One's saying Bentancur's going to replace him.
Ooh, I'm going to do this right now. So let's do that little lineup.
No. Let me just give my 3 options, and then you can carry on doing it. So one is that Bentancur straight replacement for Maddison.
Mm-hmm.
2, the straight replacement, the replacement could be Kulu, and you bring in Hill to play wide. But I would want Hill wide right. In all honesty, I would want Hill left and Brennan Johnson right. I want them on their natural feet if we're going to play Kulu in the hole.
Yeah. I can see.
Or the other way of looking at it is playing Hill as your number 10. Hill in the hole and playing Kulu where he is on the left and keeping Brennan Johnson on the right. There's different permutations. The permutations from our front six are not the issue. It's the permutations that we've got at the back that are the issue.
100%.
Because we've lost 3 of our 4 natural first 11.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And so the only problem I haven't followed Hill's career enough to know if he's ever played at the 10 role. I know that Kulu has, but do you know if Hill has ever played number 10, like in the hole, Jose?
Hill's played, played 10.
Cool,
Hill's
awesome.
In Spain, Hill's played 10. Hill can play anywhere across the 3. But Hill can play 10. You can see Hill's a 10 player. Hill can play 10 quite easily.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, it's whether we want to play him there or not. But Hill can play 10, no problem whatsoever.
Sweet. Yeah, I'd love to see it. I honestly think I would like him at the 10 better than Kulu, but I don't know why. Just seems quicker, more nimble. But anyway, Kulu's lack of nimbleness is just to the naked eye. He actually is so good at wriggling past people. But anyway, Run Devil Run, who has changed their name, but I remember the photo, says, don't even compare Son to Richie. It's hilarious. And then I just said, if his form comes back, it's just fishy about the injury is all. But yeah, Wayne, we clicked it at the same time. Wayne says, seems to me the players playing with or through injuries is a way for the club to not spend on players in positions we need. Just my opinion. Wayne, yeah, man. There's something up with it. I do think it's weird. I honestly think it's weird. Hey, Julie Severs is in the house. That's my mom. What is up, Jules? She says, and said today that all the players are training hard and are privy to the same coaching, playing in the same system, so they should be prepared to step up. 100%. Yes, absolutely. And you did talk about maybe wanting to jump on the show, so if you did, let me know, and I can get you that link. Okay, actually, I just saw your message, so 1 second. But guys, we have a couple more comments to get through here. Actually, a lot more comments to get through here. You guys are killing it with the comments today. I love all the interaction. Truly, thank you. Need to say, I wouldn't argue with the Brazilian coach. They're very serious when it comes to their football. They patch you up and send you out to play. It isn't only about the form. It's that he couldn't score simple clear-cut chances in the Luton game and many others. I think people forget how off it Sonny looked last year. I'm not saying it's the same thing exactly. I'm just saying that they're both playing through injuries. They both are playing terrible. So if he plays better after he comes back from injury, but again, we'll have to see and wait. And you know, but if he comes back and starts scoring goals, I'm gonna rub it in your face, dog. Daniel is saying that Newcastle don't have their most creative outlet and the team injured though, which is
I'd argue you got Tonali out, you got Harvey Barnes out, you got Isak out. Now they're potent players. And they provide especially Isak and Barnes, they provide a hell of a lot of speed for that Newcastle team, and they're out. So I'd have to disagree. They've got some players that are out that are, you know, they'll walk into their first 11 quite comfortably, and they're having to play with players at the moment because they're having to use their squad at the moment. But they've got players that are out that are comfortably first-team players.
And I want to also add out, if Julie Siebers is listening, I sent you the link as per your request. So if you're listening, link has been sent. Everybody, no one has guessed correctly yet what Jose is having for dinner. Please don't forget to get your votes in for what Jose is eating for dinner tonight. We've had one guess. It was prime rib. Pretty close-ish, but not correct. Guys, I'm not even going to do the bit today. This person's too cool. Doesn't need a bit. It's my mom. What's up, Julie? This person's too cool.
Hey, I'm getting a feedback thing. Hang on 1 sec.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so I got her muted for just 1 second until she gets fixed.
Okay, I think I'm good now.
Okay, you're good now. Yes. What is up, everybody? If you're watching this, whatever channel you're watching on, this is my mother. She is probably a bigger Spurs fan than me. And yeah,
Who made me a big Spurs fan?
That would be me. You're welcome. So yeah, it's time to get your input on a couple of these things. And you've been in the chat a whole lot. There's a couple from you right here. It's a whole new beginning. You know, to test the rest of the system. You believe Ange pulls strings. Yeah.
Actually, it's supposed to the rest of the season, a whole beginning to the rest of the season. That we're starting a whole different era, I believe, at least for the short term.
Yeah. I don't think that like you say here, I don't think the attack is going to change much, but I think the defense is definitely going to be a weird thing.
Up, but it's not going to be as affected, I don't think.
Hope you're right. Ange might have no choice but to change the system if injuries keep happening. He might be forced to change up even if he don't want to. But yeah, I agree, man. But I don't think I just really don't think he will.
Man.
Yeah, exactly. He said it, you know what I mean? He said in the press conference today that he wouldn't, but
gonna stick to his convictions, I believe.
I think even if we're getting pumped, he's gonna play the same way because I think he's been guaranteed this year, and then next year is when he's really going to be judged. So I wouldn't be surprised if even if we suffer some heavy losses, that he continues to, you know what I mean, continues to do the same kind of thing. We got a lot of comments here. I'm going to kind of not skip yours, but kind of since you're here to talk. But we got Rakesh in the house. Madison is on a problem. Our midfield and front three are good enough. Worries about our back. Come on, Sonny. We need a hat trick. Rakesh, you're the man. I fully agree with that. I think that our offense is good enough. We'll have to just do the old you score 6, we'll score 7 type of thing. And Sonny is just the guy to lead that type of thing. But Jose is back from cooking, and still no one has guessed what you're having for dinner correctly.
Someone's got closer.
Oh, have they? I didn't.
A nice
I'm
curry?
way behind. But Beer Talk says Jose is having a steak fillet. Yeah, that is. Should we just give it to him? He's almost right on the button.
Right, so I'm cooking roast potatoes, vegetables, and ribeye steak for the family.
Ooh, that sounds delish.
Yep. Everybody, thank you for playing the new game. What is Jose cooking? This will be a new segment of the show. But no, Ma, it's good to have you here.
Yeah.
Good to have you here, and I don't know. So you don't seem as worried. Let's play this game while you're here. Oh my gosh, this is genius. So I don't know if you can see that at all. You probably have to make your screen full screen. But this is a lineup builder. A little site where you can just put a lineup together. And I think we should play it, and we should talk about who we think is going to play in the defense, and so we can see what kind of squad that we think we're going to have. So we know who our keeper is going to be. So I'll put him in there. So we've got him. And then right back, I think we can safely say Porro, right?
I think so.
So boom, Pedro Porro goes right there. The unknowns are coming up. And so we can kind of take a vote. We'll talk to the chat. We have a lot of comments to get through. For sure. We should probably handle those real quick. Nita saying she wouldn't argue with the Brazilian coach. That is very serious when it comes to their football. They'll patch you up and send you out to play. Is that – I forget where we were whenever that comment came through. Was that talking about Richie?
Richie, yeah. I think what we need to do is ask the chat, who would you play as the 2 centre-backs before you put them in, Colin?
Definitely.
See what the chat are saying, who they would prefer as a starting 2. Run Devil Run isn't only about the form. It's he couldn't score simple, clear-cut chances in the Luton game.
We're arguing about Richarlison, he and I. It's all in good fun. Gentle.
Newcastle don't have their most creative outlet in their team injured. Though. Sorry, we read that.
Yep.
Right. Sorry, get down here. Right. Madison is not a problem. Our midfielder and front three are good enough, which is what we said. It's the top 6. It's just the Warriors that are at the back, is what we were saying as well. Danny, so now we're having to play players that we wanted gone in the summer. This ain't another part of Ange's system now coming to play. He's got no choice but to play these trash players. You've got to play with the squad you've got.
Yep, 100%. It's really not.
This is an opportunity for them to step up and prove that they're not the dog.
Exactly. I don't think this is nearly the end of the world. And I'm excited to see what we can do. To me, it's exciting rather than scary.
Eh.
So Wayne's saying thank you
It's
to me.
even parts both, I think.
Wayne Bonner is saying
So-
Wayne Bonner is a
I'm not
complete
the only
and
one
total
who
G.
sees as playing the number 10, so I don't know whether he means Hill or
Yeah, he
or
means Hill.
Kulu. Okay.
He talks about Hill playing 10 a lot.
You've got Bobby Case and Vicario, Royale, Phillips, Dyer, Porro, Biss,
So-
Saar, Kulu, Hill, Son, Johnson.
So that's a vote for Phillips and
Bobby-
Dyer.
Bobby saying hello to Julie.
Hi, Bobby.
Bobby K all the way.
Sheree's in the house saying
Yo!
hello to us all.
And mommy, love it. You're
I'm
getting-
cooking defenders according to Beer Talk.
Oh shit!
I
Yes.
Ain't it good?
Nita saying hello to Julie as well. Seriously, I love Spurs fans. Hope, but how can any Spurs fan in the chat saying Madders being injured will not affect us? What the hell they've been watching all season? Been one of the most important players. No one said he's not important.
Facts.
We're
Yeah,
just
he's
saying that
absolutely important.
we need to play with what we've got. Tot
Gotta
Spurs
move
has
on.
joined us. I wonder
Top
why Tot Spurs.
Spurs.
I wonder why Tot Spurs has joined us.
Yeah, exactly. Best mod this side of the Mississippi, and also up there in the league, the prediction league. So I'm sure
Beer
he's here to vote.
Talk is saying Madison's injury will affect us, but we're also significantly deeper at midfield than we are in any other group. Bobby K is coming in with Phillips and Dyer for me, and if Porro is available. Sheree
Sensible.
is saying Emerson, Davis, Phillips, Porro.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, that's
Jay
kind of what I was thinking, but
So no Dyer. Rakesh, all worry about Madison in his chat, which is hilarious. It's the back four we should be worrying about. So Rakesh is looking differently. Daniel Colin, I'll be honest, mate. I see Madders was injured, but only just found out about 20 minutes ago. It's until January, so my head has gone a bit, mate. Sorry, no worries whatsoever.
Yeah, no, you're good, dude. You're good. Not a worry in the world, my man.
I had a bad feeling it would be Darren Davis as centre back and Emerson left back with Porro right back, is what Tot Spurs is saying. And you have Beer Talk saying Ange's proven that he has grande cojones.
I want to stand up and do that thing Podge did that one time.
no.
No, don't do
I
it.
won't do it though. But you guys all know. You all remember.
And Leo,
Leo.
big up homies. Tough decisions for Ange tomorrow. So you've been
Not
given
cool.
some sort of a flavour from the chat of who people may or may not want in their back four. So
Right.
who are you going for, Cole?
Well, let's ask Taunton Mom since she's the guest.
Okay.
You did see, so the votes were pretty split. The one person that was a constant, it seemed like, was, would you say it seemed pretty constant that people wanted to see Phillips in there?
It would be nice to see Phillips and see what he can do, but I'm not sure I'd start him.
So you'd start, I think I heard you say that.
Weirdly, I have more trust in Emerson than I do Dyer, so I could see it being what Sheree said about being Emerson and Porro on the outside, and Davis and who do you have with Phillips in the center, maybe.
That would be probably our fastest option. I think Phillips, even though he's an absolute unit, Jose, that's pretty correct as far as you're aware, right? Phillips is pretty speedy.
Yeah, I've never seen the guy play apart from the highlights on the under 21s, but from what people are saying, from when he's played for the England under 21s, the Spurs 21s, when he played for Blackburn first team last year, he played 8 games, and they say that he can shift, he can move, he can move his 6'4" frame.
So this is the good. I'm really hoping he can.
I see that Emerson has a certain amount of speed to him, and he's definitely creative in the offensive side of things. I think
and that's funny too, because that's a new thing that he's like added to his game. People always said that he was a good defender, but he could never play up top. You know what I mean? Whenever it came to the more forward things,
I think
he wasn't
flourished under the system, and whatever is going on in the training, I think he's developed to be a much more well-rounded player than he used to be.
I 100% agree. 100% agree. He can put in a decent cross now for once. That's something he just couldn't do for a while.
Absolutely.
Let me up this here. I didn't know I could.
You know, Dyer is very Yes, he's very slow and he turns like a tank. But he's got a certain maturity and experience that you can't discount. But I just, I would rather see Emerson in the lineup than Dyer in the lineup. So that's why I went the way I went.
I get you. And
Because
I think a lot of people in the chat will
I would push Davis probably. I don't know why that a lot of people see it that way, to where Royale is. So,
but yeah, so people in the chat don't seem too fussed with your choices here. Everyone, how would you feel? It would definitely keep Dyer out of the squad, which I think would make a lot of people happy. There's a lot of people that are rightly very anti-Dyer here. So yeah, you guys, so far we're putting the lineup together for the match.
Together would be dreadful.
Yeah, and I'm really afraid we're going to see it. But guys,
I think that sounds terrifying. But
fuck yeah, it does. But guys, so do you think that we have a chance seeing a midfield pairing of Ben Davis and Ashley Phillips? And if we did, how mad would you be? But this is what we're doing, and we move. Jose should be back any moment, but we've got some options for this spot here up in the center where Madison would usually be. The gaping hole in my heart where Madison should be is represented right here. But so we need to think about who's going there
rather than a statement on that.
Yeah,
I don't see many people saying Lo Celso. Is there a reason that people?
I think
just that we never trusted him for the whole entire time he's been here. Is it that there's something that I'm not, that we're not seeing that isn't working in the system? Because I mean, in some ways, he's plays in a similar way to Madison in some ways.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely kind of does. I mean, I think it's just he's had a couple of chances and hasn't really taken them. Is what's wrong? Is people's opinion? But he's through injury and through Madison's form, he's only gotten like 25 minutes across 2 Premier League games this season. So you know what I mean? Like you can't really accurately. I don't know. That's a good question. Everybody in the chat, why don't you want to see Lo Celso in the 10? Is there a reason? I see everybody saying it's a good question. You pointed out, Mom. Everybody's saying they'd like to see Hill or move, Kulu over there. Is there a reason why Lo Celso is just not being chosen? Or and Jose, did you hear any of that? So we were talking about how everyone's saying either move Kulu or move Hill into the 10, and Lo Celso is not being mentioned really by anybody. Mom asked why. I thought it's a good question. I threw it at the chat.
To me, I said that you've got the option of playing Lo Celso there.
Yeah,
and keeping your front three as it is, or you've got the option.
I agree. I agree with Ellie down the bottom.
I got it. Yeah.
Or then you've got the chance to bring Kulu back into the 10 if you don't want to start with Celso and put Hill out wide, or keep Kulu where he is and bring either Lo Celso or Hill in as a 10. There are options. We've got plenty of options.
Almost endless options.
The options we haven't got. Are our defence. Now, what I will say for our defence is Bobby's put a comment on it, and I'm glad that he put a comment in because I watched Ben Davis play left back against Palace, right? And I've got a feeling, and I don't know why, but I've got a feeling that if he's going to go for experience tomorrow, he will play Davis at left back. He'll play Davis. He might play Davis and Dyer at centre halves. And if he does
that's what we're worried about too. Yeah.
If he does that, then we got 2 extremely slow centre halves, and I don't know whether Porro and Royale will have the recovery pace to keep. It's asking a lot for them to keep bailing them 2 centre backs out all the time. With Van der Ven, he's our blanket. He can recover and do it for 90 minutes. We know that, we've seen it. But with the 2 that they've got playing there, they're good players in their own rights, Romero and Royale. But I don't know whether they've got 90 minutes of coverage in them. Unless we've got subs that can replace them if they're going to be doing that. But I don't see subs.
Bobby K said that he thinks people are forgetting Davis' last start, and Dyer came on in a very difficult situation and did significantly better than Davis when he got his start. Dyer over Davis all day for him. Let me get that dumb banner off there. But you make a nice point, Bobby. You definitely make a good point. Dyer did perform admirably, and Davis has also not performed as admirably in the recent past. I think Davis is slightly faster and more agile and mobile is why I choose him. But yeah, I can see the argument. I can see the argument for sure.
Davis is agile. Davis is agile and mobile. I don't know. Crystal Palace told me different.
Right. No, I understand. But back to we were talking
Davis
about
has been known to at least score some goals here and there.
Mile High Hotspur said put GLC, give GLC a go. And then we got to Bobby's comment. We've already done that. And then Beer Talk says Gio might need this run of games. Who knows? I'll hold my opinion until January. Yeah, I mean, we could very well see him in there.
I mean, he plays.
But Ellie said that he hasn't got his heart or his head in our club, and I see that too. If that's the case, and he's not giving it all 100%, that could be why he's not meant. You know what I mean? Who knows what's going on? Jose always points out we don't know what's going on at training, so could be anything. Could be any kind of could be anything. Bobby K though. Also, if we start Davis, then we have no wide back players available. Yeah, and then he also says no one mentioned him because Lo Celso is shit. And everyone's agreeing. Everyone said Bentancur in, and so I threw Bentancur in there. What do you guys
worry
think
about putting too much pressure on him too soon? Last thing in the world we want him to do is be injured again.
Chris, yes, we have talked about it, but just very briefly, and we could revisit it, and we absolutely will. I'm going to put a star on this comment. And we will absolutely come back to this. Thank you for asking, though. I'm very happy you brought that back up. So would you guys? So everyone's saying bring Bentancur in. I put him in, but I moved Bissouma to the 10. How adverse are people to that idea? I mean, Bissouma and Sarr are already used to playing together and playing with each other. I think Bentancur could easily step in for Bissouma, and I think Bissouma has the creativity to be a 10 and has probably played it many times in his life. So that's just another idea. That's what I would like to see. What do you think about? Are you does that make you feel safe? I mean, do you like that choice, Mom?
They're players I trust a whole lot, and I think have an incredible amount of skills to bring. I worry about putting people in roles that they're not really, used to playing. I realize that people have to be versatile and be able to be moved around. I don't hate it. I just question it. But, we're going to question a lot of what happens because we're really having to, put people in and do things that we wouldn't have chosen to do to begin with. Can't say I hate it, but I do have worries about it.
Yeah, it's a little worrying, but I just think that Bissouma gets looked over. His creativity and constant driving forward, I think, is the closest. His driving forward out of all the players that we have to replace Madison is the closest to Madison. He's always looking to move the ball laterally, and he's not a side-to-side player. He makes, you know what I mean? He's not afraid to make a dangerous pass or put in a quick through ball that might not come off. I don't know. I think that he's a good choice, but I could definitely be talked out of it. But
what's your thoughts about why instead of swapping Bentancur and Bissouma in that lineup?
I don't think Bentancur is creative enough to play. I think Bissouma is a lot more creative of a player than Bentancur is. I think he could play. I think he could. You know what I mean? Just distribute better than Bentancur. But that's just my opinion. I'm just some dumb redheaded guy. But everyone's saying Gio just doesn't look like he's in it, and I get that. I get that for sure. And Ellie doesn't even think that Ange trusts him.
Well, that's the case that it almost has to be Bentancur, if you ask me. I just don't. I mean, I'm not saying. I would try again. I would rather. I feel more confident having Bentancur in the game than I do Hill in the game. And instead of, keeping Johnson and Kulu up front, I
want Kulu where he normally plays.
I do too.
Bobby K says he would start Højbjerg before he let Bentancur start. Bring him on for the last 15 or 20 max if needed. We desperately need him to come 100% in January when we lose Sarr and Bissouma. Bobby, that is an absolutely great point. And I was just talking about players playing through injury and how stupid that was. And here I am trying to start a guy that's been out for months. So
True.
it's a very good. It's a good point. We could probably get rid of him. But there's other options. I mean, so we could get rid of him. We take Bentancur out. I don't know how
Wait,
to edit
Keep
this.
Basuma in the center.
Keep Basuma in the center. And
take
then just put
Bentancur out and put Højbjerg there.
Yeah. Okay, that works. Højbjerg. I'm really glad I got that HOJ part so I can remember how to spell it. So that's an option. That's definitely an option. And then up top, would you keep it the same? So you would play on the right. You would play Decky, and then Johnson over here.
Yeah, and keep Hill as a sub to come in. Should we need it?
B Johnson. Keep Hill as a sub.
We'll have to have fresh legs somewhere, you know.
Right. Absolutely. I don't think that's a terrible lineup. It doesn't exactly make me want to cry. We're playing Wolves too. It's not like it's not like we're going out against Barcelona from 2005.
Whoa, I kind of forgot about Skippy.
Yeah, Skippy's an option, but I don't want to start
Again,
him.
I think he's
flying off the
come
bench.
off the bench kind of a player.
Yes, 100%. Hotspurs being awesome. Big up, chat. Hit the like button and sub to the channel. Both of the channels, by the way, if you could, would be very nice of you guys. But
this does look like a bit more defensive midfield than what we're, But but Højbjerg has some pretty good passing. I mean, he is a bigger fan of the long ball than probably Ange is, but they're accurate and they're good. You know.
We got Ellie, of course, from Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. You guys need to get together and do some Spurs content, Ma. But anyways, so she asked if we saw.
Because we're girls.
Not just because you're girls, but that's
We're
part of it.
smart girls.
Exactly. So did you see what Ange said, though? Royal Davis and Skippy, the best trainers in the team? I hadn't seen that, but I buy it. I believe it for sure. Jose must be doing a good job on those steaks.
That steak.
I'm not eating it, no.
You're here.
Yeah, I'm listening. Don't worry.
Mate, I thought you were gone.
No, I'm listening.
Do you think you're chatting shit with what we're saying, or do you agree with me?
Yeah, so look at this team here that we've built. And I know you would probably switch Kulu and Johnson around if you were going to keep those two. Is my guess.
Who have you got? You've gone for Højbjerg in your midfield three.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And you've kept the front three as it is. So you've not included Hill or Benny or Lo Celso. They've not come into the
all
team.
We're
worried about Bentancur because of his injury. So we're afraid to start him and have him play the full 90. And then we.
But you're saying that. But how many minutes did you play in the last game?
A lot, right? Like 50.
Yeah. So, what we thought we were going to get. Everyone was saying the AFCON comes up. We're going to miss, and the Asia Cup. We're going to miss 3 players.
Yeah.
We don't think that Benny's going to be up to scratch by then, fitness wise and stuff like that. Well, got a chance of getting fit now, isn't he?
Yeah, it's a good point. That's a good point. He's back ahead of schedule. But the thing is, if he re-injured or had that injury recur, we would be so screwed for AFCON because we need him so bad. But I get what you're saying. So,
any player. But sorry, can I just say any player can get injured at any time?
Fair. It's fair. I personally am just worried about it.
I mean, honestly, I prefer Bentancur.
Same. 100%.
But
sorry, Ellie.
Højbjerg's done well. Højbjerg has done well.
He has, and I have this motherly instinct to protect Bentancur. So.
Yeah.
1 second. Carry on, you guys. I have to take a phone call. 2 seconds.
How dare he?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, Judy, we did say that looking on the screen now, them front 6, we did say there's so many different permutations. There is so many. We've got 4 players that we've left out of there already. So, who you got? You've got Hill, Veliz,
I feel like Hill is still so unproven. I know that's
Yeah.
oh Belize. I forgot about
Yeah,
Belize.
you got Hill, Valise. You got Benny, Lo Celso, Skip.
We have options. I mean, we act like we're and we are decimated, but there's some real options still there.
What we don't have is a like for Madison. Simple. We know there's no
Correct.
two players. There's no two players that play like Madison.
No. And our back four are just weak as hell.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's such a ragtag group of guys there, but yeah, it's
again, you play with what you got, and God forbid if we had to, Højbjerg could play back.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't really want that to happen, but he did show that he isn't terrible at it, and you would expect a defensive midfielder to be able to come in and play, defensive if necessary. Ellie's saying,
love to be in training and see what lineup they're working on.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. I wonder if we'll get. I wonder. So Jose, nobody gets to go to those trainings, right? They're completely closed off from like journalists and stuff because then they could just
closed off from everyone. Yeah, you've got if you see Hotspur Way, excuse me, like any building, they've got security. So you can only get in if you get past security, i.e. you're there, you're entitled to be there. That's why I keep saying we don't know what goes on the training pitch because, like ourselves, the general public, the opposing teams can't go and watch them either. So, yeah. And the only things that they give away are when Spurs give you videos of content of what's happening in training throughout the day. But
do you think anybody flies a drone? Do you think there's any like people flying drones or other shit like that to try to get info? And if not, why not?
It's been known to be done for other things, but not necessarily for football.
I can't say anything else. I don't want to incriminate myself. But I have an idea. But anyway, guys. So you've talked a little bit. Mom, have you been swayed? Has Jose got you to change his lineup?
I'm not changing the lineup at all. All I'm saying is that we have options in the front six. We know this already. However, by the same token, let me add to the front six. Let me add Jamie Donnelly to that because he may come up from the unders. But then if I'm looking at the defenders, then look at the four you've got on screen. But then add Phillips, Dorrington, and Charlie Sayers to that as well. So then,
Phillips is on there already. You mean Dyer?
So I can add Dyer, Dorrington, and Sayers to that. And again, you got options. You have got options. They're not going to be what we would prefer, but there are options.
And we'll never know how good they are until we see them play. This
is a weird thing to also say because we have in that front six so many options and so many different permutations. You could move them around and not have to make substitutions if things aren't working.
Here's the Bobby K comment that got us to worry about Bentancur, Jose, and he said he would start Højbjerg because we desperately need him to be 100% in January. Bentancur, that is. And Bobby, I mean I tend to agree with you, but Jose is also a very he's a compelling guy. He makes it
match fit,
right.
You're caught between a rock and a hard place, aren't you? Because what you want is, first and foremost, we want Bentancur to be safe and sound, and fit and happy within himself, his mental health and everything. We want him to be right, but we can't wish for him to play during the AFCONs when the players have gone to the AFCON and the Asian. We can't expect him to come in and play and want him to hit the ground running straight away. If he's not match fit, the only way he's going to get match fit is by having minutes. And therefore, what I'm saying at the moment is you've got to give the guy minutes now before we get to January, so he's fit to hit the ground running then. But we have got plenty of options. We've got plenty of players to pick from, so he will get minutes. Whether he starts, comes off the bench, he will get the minutes.
Very true. Very true. 100%. So that back line there, though, that back four, could you see Big Ange throwing that out there?
No.
I guess what I meant. No. So what are you expecting to see?
I cannot see him playing Davis. I don't think he'll play Davis at all at centre back.
let's nix that. What do you think we're gonna get? What do you think we're gonna get instead? And then do you think Ashley Phillips is gonna start?
Anyone other than Davis at left centre half.
Interesting. Yeah. I think that's our other option. So we're looking at something like
I don't know
this.
enough about the youth players that, I don't know enough about their strengths and what they could bring. To be honest with you, I don't even really know what Ashley Phillips can do. I just know that he adds speed, and God knows that we're a bit plodding. So,
Beer Talk, everybody, if you're here and you've not smashed the like button yet, if you could, we would appreciate it. If you can't, for any reason, like finger injury or anything like that, no worries. Rest your finger, get better. But if you can, please do. We've got all kinds of. The defense will need the team to all help them out. Ellie says that's a really good point. Whoever we put in the defense, they're going to need, and that's how our team plays. We always have, midfielders dropping in to help. It's definitely going to require that.
You defend as a team, you attack as a team.
Yep. There we go. It's a very simple but true way of saying, yeah. Hold on. Beer Talk says he's about to dive into some paperwork. Won't be able to keep up with the stream. Can you send me pics now? Yeah, you guys want to get into that? We've kind of beat this into the ground here. So this is the lineup we put together, but just showing you that there's a million lineups that you could have. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see what Ange chooses. Very interesting. So, guys,
sorry about all the lagging. I don't know what YouTube's doing. People are having big trouble with it.
Weird. I'm not seeing any lag at all.
I'm not either, but evidently 3 of the people in the chat have all mentioned it.
Oh, Chris Peters. Sorry, man. The other day there was a problem in the UK with YouTube. I'm not sure if that's happening again today. Yeah, Ellie too. Dang. Well, we greatly apologize. I'll turn my camera off. See if that helps. Okay.
No, we're all right because we're on your stream. So it's an American stream. Because Beer Talk saying he's fine. He's got no issues. So we seem to be fine. Bobby K's got no lag as well. So it seems to be an issue that's here in England.
Well, everybody, stick with us. Hopefully, it just ends quick. But we have prediction time. Mom, do you want to make predictions for this weekend's matches?
No, I haven't been part of this, so I'll pop out.
You can start whenever.
I know, but I haven't really given it any thought, so I don't want to just like throw stuff out. So
I don't think anyone else gives it any thought either, to be honest.
That's not very nice.
He's talking
I just think I asked the questions. You asked the chat. This is the game. What are your scores? And people just fire scores out. I don't think they've gone all week thinking, I think it's going to be this score, and I think it's going to be that score.
They're not analyzing it that hard.
No, I don't think so. I might be proved wrong, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
But anyway,
go for it, guys.
Okay, so Jose, are you ready to go, Zay?
Yeah, I am ready.
All right.
I'm going to put Julie's name in there. There we
go.
go.
Yeah.
Right. The first game for those that are partaking this week is, and sorry, can I just say, if you haven't been able to get on, you can do what some of the people did last week, where after we finished the show, in the comments outside of the stream, they put their scores in there. So that was done by a few people last week. So right, the first game, it's YouTube here, in England. Right. So the first game, have you got them on? Have you got them on ticker or not, Colin?
No, not yet. But I'll do it while you're doing this.
Okay. So the first game is Wolves versus Tottenham.
Okay.
So predictions for Wolves versus Tottenham. I have gone 2-0 to Tottenham, and so has Colin.
I'm 2-1 to Tottenham.
2-1 to Tottenham for Julie.
And the comments are already pouring in.
Yeah. Who we got?
Okay, so far we've got Sheree saying 2-1 Spurs.
Okay, let me just get Sheree's in. 2-1.
And a lot of the England folks might have to put theirs in the chat. In the comments later, because it seems like Chris Peters wants us to show the current positions. I can definitely do that real quick if you guys would like. from the 4th would be the one I need. I have, for some reason, I have 2 weeks ago's in here too. But so last week, the most recent ones results so far. This is what we've got. Let me get this comment off here so we can see. Boom and boom. Okay, so we've got in first place Chris Meta Football.
You got the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Is it?
That's not the most up to date one.
Oh, Colin.
I think it's the most up to date one that I have. Let me see.
Should be, because I sent it to you on Monday after Monday's games.
Well, let's continue, and then I'll get it thrown up in just a second. If we'll continue, and I'll get that up there.
Right. So right. Let me just go through. I've got Beer Talk saying 4-3 to Tottenham. Is that right, Beer Talk?
Oh, it'd be nice to see 4 goals.
3-4. Who's he gone for? He's done more than one, isn't he? Arsenal 3-1.
He's cheating. He's giving them all at once. Oh yeah, he's got to go. He's got to go. I forgot.
Everton 2-1. So that's 1-2. Man United 2-1.
Let me make sure.
NC. So Newcastle away. So that's 0-2.
Bobby K's inviting everybody over to his house.
2-0. 3-1 Brighton. So that's a home victory.
So this is game week 11, right?
Ooh, Nita.
Yeah, game week 11 was the last week. This is game week 12.
I don't have. I don't.
You have, because I sent you
to email.
I'm looking, but okay, we'll continue, guys. We're still on it. Let me know.
Do you want me to resend it? Because you actually showed it on Tuesday's show.
It's very strange. Okay, no, it's okay. I can find it. If you sense it, it's here. So just one moment. We'll continue.
So Bobby's gone 2-0 Spurs. Bobby K 2-0. Okay. Nita draw 1-1 for Spurs.
That would be grim. That's possible.
2-2 Chris Peters. I've only done the Spurs game to people at the moment.
Perfect. I'm almost there. That's what she said. Okay. Save. Most recent I have is what I'm titling it. Putting it into the folder. Adding the banner. FF.
I'd be having problems as well if I was in England, because I'm on the channel with you. I'm not having the problems at the moment.
So here are those, and I have one more screenshot I need to get. That's just sheet 1. We're almost there, though. That looks pretty correct to me. What would you say?
They are the scores. Yeah, they're the scores from last week.
The reason why you knew it wasn't right is because of who's in first place.
Who's in first place?
Some hoser. I don't know. Some. Do you guys know the term hoser? Do you guys know the word hoser in England? Jose?
Yeah. But I don't know who you're referring to now.
Me neither. Some guy. I think he's Spanish. So I've almost got it. Why is this taking me so long here?
I don't know. I'm falling asleep, Colin. Move it along.
So I'm hurrying. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
It's the page. It's the page beside it, because when I send it to you,
brother, I know, but then I had to save it, and then I have to put it in a folder, and then I have to load it onto StreamYard. So it takes just a second.
Right, Nita. Right, people are jumping here because they're going to the Arsenal game already, but we're not getting the British the English people's perspective on what the score is going to be.
Okay, and then here is the current updated table. If everyone is ready for that, real quickly here. Boom. And there's no way really to make that bigger unless you make your screen full screen, but then you can see them all. In first place, we've got Jose. He's got 6 just correct. Wow. So wait, you've got 6 match. Hold on, Jose. You've got 6 correct scores.
Yes.
Wow.
So Jose has guessed the correct score 6 times and guessed the correct result of the match 9 times. Or wait.
The correct result 6 times, and the right team with the right victory, but not the correct result.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So last week, if you go back to the previous page, last week, what got me to the 6 was I had 2 correct results last Sunday. And that gives you 6 points, doesn't it? 2 3s and 6. So that's what got me there. And the week before, I had a whole bundle. Yeah, so the correct results, Forest, and for the Forest game, I was the only one that predicted the correct result. And for the Luton game, it was Brian Daigle and myself.
Yep. We'll see. That's why it's so easy to knock, back up. You can get yourself back up there on the table. You can knock Jose off his throne.
So yeah, guys, people are jumping ahead here because I haven't got the English perspective at the moment.
So what should we do? So I guess we go ahead and get.
We'll have to put something in there in a minute, but I suppose I'm going to have to go. Julie, what are you going for Arsenal Burnley? Because some people have gone past Arsenal and are going already to the Crystal Palace Everton game. So
I'm going to go Arsenal 2-1.
Arsenal to win 2-1.
Boom.
Right. At the moment, who am I missing from? Right, Bobby K. Has he given an Arsenal score?
Bobby K. I don't believe so. Not that I can see. No, he has to have because I see his Crystal Palace.
Bobby, give me a score for the Arsenal Burnley game.
Yeah, Bobby, please, sir. And again, sorry to everyone in England for the bad YouTube lag.
It's 4-0. Wow, that's a.
Is it we gone for?
4-0.
Okay.
Wow.
So then I've got Bobby's in. So at the moment, the people that I've got 2 scores for so far are Colin and I, who've done all 10 of ours already. Just for people, so people know, I've gone for 5-0. Colin's gone for 3-1. Nita's gone for 3-0. Bobby's got 4-0. Chris Peters got 3-1. Beertalk's got 3-1. Sheree has 3-1. Julie has 2-1. And they're the people that we've got. And now we go to Crystal Palace Everton. Just so the chat know, I've gone 2-1 for Everton. Colin's gone 1-0 for Crystal Palace.
I'm going to go 1-1 draw.
A 1-1 draw for Julie. And then we'll start working out. Colin, can you tell me anyone else that's got the Everton?
Yes, I can. So we've got Chris Peters, Everton 3-2. Everton winning 3-2.
3-2. Everton were the away team, didn't they? So it's 2-3. Okay.
So then we've got Nita, Crystal Palace 1, Everton 2.
Right.
Oops. And then Sheree is it Desmond?
So
Bobby K.
Sorry, Nita's 1-2, yeah?
Yes, correct.
And who's got the Desmond?
Sheree and Bobby K are both
Desmonds. Okay.
Desmond 2-2.
We've already got Beer Talk 2-1 to Everton.
Yep. And then that looks right.
That's done for now.
That's a lot of those.
So now I'm going there. They've completely gone. Look, that's what they're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Please watch this back, obviously. And get the rest and get your comments in.
Chris Peters has gone 2-1 to Manchester United. So the next score is Man United versus Luton.
Man United versus Luton.
So just to let you know, I've gone for 3-0 to Man United. Colin's gone for 2-1 to Man United.
I'll go 2-0 to Man United.
Julie's gone for 2-0.
It's a good solid guess right there. I don't do enough to zeros. I always think, oh, they'll score some kind of a goal. And yeah, we've dropped way far down on people watching. It must be that lag. I didn't realize how.
Man United to win 2-0 from Bobby.
Nice, Bob. Hey, Bobby, thanks for hanging out, Bob. Appreciate you. Sheree, everybody, and I'm glad you.
Sheree giving me a score because I can see Sheree has jumped to the next score.
Yeah, Sheree. Hey, we're doing. Yeah, we need Man United versus Luton real quick from you.
Oh, she has given a score 0-1 to Luton.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah. I'd like that.
Sorry that we missed that. I apologize.
Right. And Nita R's given a whole stack of results, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, she has.
Okay, so what's Nita R gone for? Because I might as well plug hers in now.
Man U 2, Luton 0.
Yeah.
Newcastle 3, Villa 2. Oh wait, sorry.
Bournemouth they're playing against.
Okay, so Newcastle.
3-2. So that's 2-3. Okay. And then she's going for Villa at home 2-1.
Yep.
Then she's gone for Brighton 2-1. They're at home, Brighton.
Gotcha. Liverpool 3-2.
That's a home game. Yeah.
What spam, Desmond? And then
2-4.
Yep. You right, got
so
it,
that's them ones. And I think we're up to date, unless we've got people coming back from England. No, we haven't at the moment. So, yeah,
Chris Peters.
We've only got 6 watching. So, therefore, right. So, we're now on Bournemouth, Newcastle. And so, everybody's aware. The results we currently have is I've gone for 2-0 to Bournemouth against Newcastle. Colin has gone for 2-0.
That's an interesting prediction.
I'll explain why after. When I explained it to Colin, because Colin had a real different prediction, I explained to Colin why. Colin went, oh, I'm going to change mine. So Colin's going 2-2. We have Nita saying 2-3. Beer Talk is going 0-2. And that's caught up with everybody. So, and now you've got Bobby K going for 3-0.
Dang,
so
Bobby.
0-3.
Boom.
What don't I know about this game?
Okay, so I'll tell
my
you now.
instinct would be Newcastle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you the reason why I've gone for it. I was waiting. Yeah, the reception is crap. But we'll put it in there that people can put it in their comments, and we might even do a short, Colin, won't we? Just
that'd be great. Yeah, a little 15-minute one or something.
Top Spurs has given me a whole load here.
Oh snap! Todd Spurs, nice job. We appreciate you, buddy.
Top Spurs have just come in with a whole lot. That's good. So for Top Spurs, can you tell me what he's gone for, please?
Yep. So
1-2 to Spurs.
Yep. 1-1 to Man United.
1-1 at Man U. No, that's Arsenal next.
3-1 to Arsenal.
Okay, so he's done it the wrong way around. So 3-1 Arsenal. Right, Crystal Palace Everton.
Yep, 1-2 Everton.
Yeah, Man United Luton.
1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Yep, thank you.
Yeah. Bournemouth Newcastle.
1-3 Newcastle.
Yeah. Aston Villa Fulham.
3-1 Villa.
I like it that Julie hasn't predicted yet because she wants to hear what I've got to say about Newcastle. Brighton Sheffield United.
3-1 Brighton.
Liverpool Brentford.
2-1 Liverpool.
West Ham Notts Forest.
3-1 West Ham.
Ooh.
Yuck.
And Chelsea Man City.
And that would be 1-3 to Man City.
Okay, so Newcastle, I'm still waiting for Chris Peters to come in with Newcastle.
He's got 3-1 Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle. Right, Julie is the only one that hasn't selected. Right. So
I want the information. I want the download on this one.
Right. So Newcastle played away in the Champions League, right? So they had to travel. Yeah. But not only did they have to travel, but we have 9 injuries coming into this game against Wolves. Newcastle have 11 injuries.
Whoa.
So that kind of made me think, with the travelling they've had to do, depleted squad that they've got, and all the travelling and that, and players playing a game and having to travel back, and with the players that they've got out, I think Bournemouth will beat them. That's why I've gone for 2-0. That was the information. Newcastle have 11 players out from their first team.
Huh.
Yep. So that's definitely something to keep in
I'm gonna
mind.
go 1-0.
A 1-0-2. Newcastle or Bournemouth?
To Bournemouth. Newcastle losing.
1-0 to Bournemouth, yeah?
Yeah. I was kind of thinking of leaning to 0-0, but
You haven't thrown any draws in there yet, I don't think.
yeah, I have.
Okay, good. Good. So Chris Peters is saying the only thing the English people are getting right now is the chat. So big up, you guys. Let me type in there. I want to talk. Big up to everyone in the chat.
If you can't put your predictions, just post them. Tell them to post them. And we'll do a short for them after this, and we'll guide them to leave it in the comments section of this show. At the end of the show, there's a comment section, isn't there?
Yeah.
Sheree. Villa 2, Fulham 3. Who else has she gone for?
Let's see here. Sorry, I was typing out some messages there. So
Liverpool 3-1.
Yep.
Then she's got
West Ham 4-0.
No, she's got
sorry.
Villa 2, Fulham 3. Liverpool 3.
Yep. And then
Villa 2, Fulham 3. I've got that right. Then
Liverpool.
She's got. Where's Brighton?
Yeah, I knew it looks funny.
Brighton, Sheffield United. She hasn't given me a score. Oh, she gave me 3-1 earlier. Right. So Liverpool 3-1 now. Okay. 3-1. What's he saying about West Ham though?
Right. Yeah. We don't know yet. So get us the West Ham score. Sheree.
0-4.
Boom.
So Sheree, I'm just missing the West Ham Newcastle score.
Yep.
Who is Brighton playing? Sheffield. Sheree, you've given me the Brighton. It's West Ham, Nottingham Forest. You haven't given me. Chris Peters is going for 3-1 Man City, so I'm missing. Have I missed some of Chris's?
Chris, my guy, Chris.
3-2 West Ham. Okay, so I'm looking for. Has he got the Liverpool Brentford result there?
2-2. Desmond.
2-2. Okay, so I've got his then as well.
Awesome.
Okay, Sheree's come in with 3-2 to Nottingham. It's 2-3. So Sheree, I've got all yours. So now we've got to go back to. I've got Bobby K. To catch up, I just need Bobby K's from in order, and Julie from Aston Villa Fulham.
So let me pull those up.
We go 3-2 Villa.
Julie's going 3-2 Villa. So people are aware. I've gone 2-2 for that game, and Colin's gone 1-0 to Villa. So just looking for Bobby K.
Bobby K, if you're in the house, of course. And it looks like we got 7 people that are still hanging with us. Hope your internet's working or YouTube's working for you. If it's not, let me put something in the chat for everyone who it's not working for. I'm going to send it to all destinations, Jose, so that your homies can see too.
Yeah, it's not a problem at all.
I spelled YouTube wrong almost. Okay.
Bobby's saying 3-0. I've got top Spurs. I've got yours already, mate. He's coming again, eh?
Awesome. Okay, I threw a couple comments in there just so that everyone knows. Also, we love y'all. I'm
probably gonna have to bounce here in a sec, Colin.
Can you give us your I might as well jump and just get your scores then, Julie. So
Who else do we got?
you got Brighton, Sheffield United.
2-0 Brighton.
Then you have Liverpool, Brentford.
3-1 Liverpool.
Then we have West Ham, Forest.
3-2 West Ham.
Ew.
Sorry.
City, Chelsea, City.
City 4, Chelsea 0.
That's exactly what did I go for that?
I
Hell yeah.
wasn't- I
Hell
wasn't-
yeah, I went for
Stomp
that.
them. Stomp them.
Yeah, I went for that as well. So, just so people are aware, for the Brighton Sheffield United, I've gone 4-1 to Brighton. Colin's gone for 1-1. For Liverpool Brentford, I went 2-0. Colin's gone 4-1. West Ham Nottingham Forest, I went for 2-0-2, and Colin's gone for 2-0. And for Chelsea Man City, a 0-4 and a 1-3 we've got. I think World War III started long. Is what they're saying here, because it's all gone down. So I don't know whether we've lost Bobby K.
I think he's we'll get his answers from him if he's not here.
Right.
You
What
think-
I haven't checked my mobile because I don't know whether people are messaging me on the mobile.
No one's messaged me. I just checked mine. So,
Poor Chris,
nobody from there.
rebooted and it's still crappy.
Damn it. So we know it's not your computer. Yeah, it's just YouTube.
No,
Let me look at
YouTube.
I'm gonna go to Down Detector. There's a website called Down Detector where people can report outages, and
Why
YouTube
would you know that,
looks.
Tom?
YouTube has spiked. There's definitely problems reported with YouTube. 51% of people can't video stream right now. So just to let,
Wow.
yeah, YouTube's having an issue. So guys, very sorry. Yeah, we probably Jose, since everyone is having a problem, viewing, we might just end this and then do, like you said, a short one later, or perhaps.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether the phones are down. But I've not received any messages either on the phone. So yeah, there's nothing there. So all we can say is sorry to the viewers.
Yeah.
Big love to them all.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, there's no reason why any of them can't. Yeah, we'll just put in the comments. We can.
I already put that we're doing a short one at some point later that we'd let everybody know about. But also, I'm gonna get your scores in the comments once vid has ended.
When you're by yourself, do you speak out loud as you're talking?
No, I just want you guys to know I'm typing. You're mean. But yeah, boy, and
But you know me, I make the expressions when I do emojis. Like if I'm doing a smile emoji, I smile. So I can't speak. So
I say that's goofy.
Chris,
it is goofy.
the only reason why I'm still here is because we're doing it live from Colin's StreamYard, and that's the reason why I'm still here. So therefore, I think that if I was to come off here, then I would have the same issues as everybody else. The only reason why I'm not having these issues at the moment is because the stream, it's being streamed from Colin's channel, from Talk and Ball, and as I'm on it, I'm here. Otherwise, I would have the same problems as everybody else.
Yeah, that's coming from my IP address. If we want to get real nerdy about it, but yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, let's get nerdy.
Am I missing any predictions? Yeah, you've missed quite a few. But Chris, the good thing is, I'll put it in here in the chat.
I've got all Chris Peters' predictions.
Oh yeah, I thought he meant is he missing other people's?
No, he's giving me all of them.
I'm sorry, but I have to probably run anyway. So you guys, thanks for letting me be part of it.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Thank you for being part of it. We appreciate having you.
Julie, thank you very much. Good luck,
You're so
and
welcome.
hopefully we'll have you on soon. Yeah, again.
Okay, sounds great.
It's
I'll talk to you guys
brilliant.
later. Have a good one. Bye.
Pick
Thank
up,
you.
Ma. Love you. Bye.
Love you
Can you
guys.
read-
Bye.
Can you read out Ellie's predictions for me?
Yeah, I sure can. So, Wolves 1, Spurs. So how do I don't know how
Yeah,
to
Wolves
read
1,
this correctly.
Spurs 2. Wolves 1,
Yeah.
Spurs 2.
Okay, Arsenal 3. Up, just went away. Arsenal 3. Burnley
Burnley
0. Palace 2. Everton 1. United 2, Luton 0.
Yeah.
Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 2. Brighton 3, Sheffield 0.
Yeah.
Villa 2, Fulham 0. That actually is. Those are some good guesses there.
And then down there, she's got Liverpool 3, Brentford 1.
Aha. And then Chelsea 1, Man City 3. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
so I'm missing a result.
Uh-oh.
Take me back, Colin. Right, I've got. So, right, I'm missing West Ham, Nottingham Forest.
Ellie, we were missing West Ham, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, can type that in for her. Who's that? Is that Sheree? Sheree? No, Sheree, I have all yours.
All right, 1 second. Got to turn off my camera for just a moment. Still here?
Yeah. Do I have to say
All right, back. So yes, Sheree, we got everything from you, homie. We are missing only Ellie's 1 score. I think that might be out of everybody who is taking part. That's the only one we're missing, right, Jose?
well, we haven't got right. So for the people that haven't given any today, you've got Kate, Wayne Bonner, Chris Meta, Jacob, Jim, Lee Smithy, Dry Roasted, Ian M, Rakesh, Josh Speak Spurs, Dave the Irish Hotspur, Brian, Who's News, Carl Simpson, John Fitz, Adrian Schroeder.
I'll put out a bunch of a WhatsApp message in a couple of the different groups that I know those people are in, and I'll say, hey, get your predictions in.
Bobby K, we've got the first 5 and missing the last 5.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll have to get those in just a bit or at a later date. It seems like everybody is having problems or jumping ship now. We're down to 4. So you 4 that are still here, big up. Can't believe you're still hanging out with us. It's been a bit of technical difficulties, but not on our side for once, or my side, I should say. Everything always goes good from Jose's house, but I'm usually lagging. But today it's YouTube's fault, and I love it.
So that's that one. 2-2. Okay, so we got hers. 2-2. She's got more.
Boom. Ellie, you are awesome. Hope you're doing well, Ellie. Hope everything's good with you in life today. Hope you're having a good day. Chris, everybody watching. I'm going to post that in the comments. Hope everyone is killing it today. We both posted at the same time. That's funny. But yeah, exactly. For those who haven't been able to give your score predictions, please post and leave them in the comments when the video is finished, and we will update 100%. They're probably not seeing this, I guess, if we're putting it in the chat. But still, I mean, they're not going to see it on the screen.
Ellie must have seen it.
Because
Ellie must have seen it. Something.
I misspoke slightly. I just meant like when I put it up on the screen, they're not going to see that, but they'll definitely see it in the chat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but if we leave it on there, if people did go back, they could see it, couldn't they?
Yeah, we've got it set up to where the chat is viewable. So whenever you rewatch the show, you can even see the chat that's happened, and then you can leave your own chats at the end. So yeah, they'll be able to see this. Hopefully they're seeing it right now, and then I'll put out a message or two on WhatsApp to kind of tie a bow on it and get this finished. But yeah, dang, YouTube had to mess up our predictions today.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll get them in, and hopefully somebody can knock Jose off the top because his head's getting big. Not too much longer, he won't be able to fit through the doors in his house. So we gotta knock him down a peg or two.
I'll have to suffer amnesia and lose all my footballing knowledge.
Could happen. Hey, the Premier League's it's a crazy league. Anything can happen. But yeah, as my buddy next to me, Jose, better known as El Tel, will tell you, get your votes in, via a comment on this video, and he will absolutely make sure they get tallied in. He is the man. Thank you, Jose, for taking care of all that, for getting everybody's votes tallied up, for putting all that together. We do appreciate you, my friend. I'm speaking for everybody that is also playing in the league. We all appreciate the work that you do behind the scenes.
If anyone new is watching this back and wants to have a prediction as well, then they're more than welcome to join. But we'll do that in the shorts as well. So for anyone that's missed out, anyone that wants to join in, give us all your predictions. But we need them. It's better having them tonight. Well, the UK's crashes. There's 4 people in here, Beer Talk, and I don't know who the 4 are. I suppose that one of them's got to be me, because I have it on the YouTube. I have it on YouTube, but I haven't come out. I haven't touched it at all. Although it's buffering everywhere, you can see it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it works out. It works out pretty well because I got to run. I got to run soon here anyway.
Yeah, I've got the spinning wheel going round on Talk and Ball.
Yeah.
And do you know what? It's funny because on Hotel Cockroach, I'm up to date, near enough.
Weird, interesting. Yeah, weird. But yeah,
I hope everyone's naming it today. That's just come up on my YouTube on Eltel.
Oh, I just put
I think it's Beer Talk and Eltel that's still in it.
Well, hey, big up to you guys, both of you. Appreciate it. But yeah, we probably ought to end this.
Yeah,
but please watch this space.
Yeah.
But everybody watch this space. We're gonna I'll put on YouTube itself. I can put notifications, Jose. So I'll put one up once we know what time when we're doing it. If we're gonna, the little short, I'll put a about that, and then let everybody know. And so yeah, you and I will communicate right after we finish this, if that's cool.
Yeah. But thank you everyone for joining. I'm really sorry that we've had the gremlins come and attack us. But
it's probably other channels getting threatened by how big we are, and they got to come and knock out YouTube to get us down.
But thank you to Julie, first of all, for appearing today and helping us out. And then everybody in the chat, it's your comments that make us roll. And it's unfortunate that we've lost you all, because we would love to see you commenting and stuff and seeing all the banter that goes on.
Exactly. Love it.
Oh, and thank you to Colin as well, my co-host, for being top man as he usually is.
Thank you, sir.
My last comment is in Ange I trust, and it's come on you Spurs.
Oh, look, real quick, Sheree says big up Jose and Call. Thanks for always amazing chats. Take care.
Thank you, Sheree. God bless you.
Yeah, you're a wonderful person. We really appreciate having you with us in the family. So yeah, everybody big up, and I'll play us out. It's going to be sad, but with the James Maddison song, just kind of in support of the man and in hope that he comes back soon. And I'm trying to also get it sung at the stadium. So if you guys go to matches, you've got to sing my song. But all right, if I can find it here, we'll play it out. Here we go. Everybody, again, thank you so much. Bye, and big love from Jose and I.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
My team has got James Maddison. James Maddison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Maddison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.